Good evening, college and high school pre-calculus parents, families, maybe even students are watching this. For those who don't know me, I am Erin Moody, and I am excited to be in person this year, getting to know your student. If you need to get a hold of me, by far the best way to get a hold of me is my email, emoody@nsd.org. I try my very best to respond within 24 hours. So just a little bit about me, my history with the district, my experience. I am actually a product of North Shore School District. So I went through K through 6 at Lockwood, 7, 8, 9 at Kenmore Junior High at the time, and I graduated from Inglemoor High School. I then went to Western Washington University and got my bachelor's degree in math education. A student taught at Bothell High School quite a while ago with some amazing teachers. And then I ended up graduating and marrying my high school sweetheart who wanted to be a dentist, and he went to NYU Dental School for 4 years. So we moved to New York, and I spent 4 years teaching at Grover Cleveland High School. And since I never saw him because he was studying all the time, I was like, well, I might as well get my master's degree while you're studying, I can study. And so I got my master's degree from Queens College while we were there. I am nationally board certified. I have been since through 2010 and thankfully will be through 2030. So yeah, my first 4 years of teaching at Grover Cleveland High School in Queens, New York. I watched 9/11 live because the school actually has a view of downtown, mainly a view of the Empire State Building. But that was a very interesting day because we taught all day long while that was all unfolding. So the 20-year anniversary was, yeah, brought up a lot of memories. I have spent the last 17 years teaching at Bothell. I love it. I wouldn't be anywhere else. I think it's a great school with great staff, great students. It's amazing. So go Cougs. Just so you know, I am a parent just like you. So the struggles that you may be experiencing at home, I'm probably experiencing some sort of the same thing. I have a freshman and I have a junior. And in fact, my junior is in this class. So I don't know, maybe my husband's gonna watch this for entertainment to see what we do in math class. One of the things I have the students do, and they are working on right now, although they should be done by the time you see this, is a virtual locker just to let some way for me to get to know them outside of math. So what are the things that they like? So obviously this is mine. You can see I'm a full-on nerd. You can even see behind me, I still have Harry Potter Legos behind me in my classroom because I'm just a nerd, so I just own it. I'm a soccer mom. Books I like to read. I should say I don't like to run. I do run, and occasionally I like to run and work out and that kind of stuff. So ask to see your kids' virtual locker because I find them very fun and entertaining, and I learn new things. So just general information. Schoology is where you can find assignments. I post assignments every day. Updates as in terms of scheduling quizzes and tests, that would be in Schoology. The grades though will strictly be in parent/student view. So Schoology, I may occasionally put a grade in Schoology. Do not ever look at the Schoology grade. That is not accurate. The accurate grades are strictly in parent view. So that's where you would look for that information. Help is available before after school. I'm typically here at 7:30 in the morning. Sometimes I'm running around because I don't have everything ready to go for the day. So it's nice to know if you're coming and I can make sure I'm a little bit more on it. After school, I can be here. I prefer to know just because my own children are so busy that I tend to get home so that I can deal with them. The later schedule this year is making that a little bit more difficult, which I'm sure you're aware of. Other thing to do, students are welcome to email me. They know this. I've also encouraged them to have a group of people that they can talk to and check answers with. Math apps is definitely an issue. I've already seen some students using them in class. I've already seen some students using them on their Chromebooks. Please, 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 please delete these math apps, especially if they're on their phone. Some students have become so dependent on them, and it was really easy to use math apps in Algebra 2 because it just worked well with the type of content that they were doing. There's now this dependency, and they realized that they actually didn't learn what they were supposed to learn. They did it, they got through it, but now it's catching up with them. So I'm trying to retrain them right now. So trying to retrain expectations, that's one of them. This link to this article has a list of some of the apps that are very popular. I learned a new one this week, Math Papa, P-A-P-A. I didn't know that was one, but I saw that one in use. So just a heads up, if you are aware of what's on your child's phone and can take a look, or if you see them working on something and it seems a little suspicious, maybe ask them about it. That would help enormously. College and high school. So college and high school is run through Edmonds Community College at Bothell. One of the reasons we do Edmonds is because at the time we started this, Cascadia was not doing college and high school. So we've pretty much just stuck with Edmonds. Since sticking with Edmonds, Edmonds has become a nationally accredited dual enrollment program, which is kind of nice. Also, Edmonds agrees to work with Math 141 and 142. Now, essentially what that means is I have to cover more objectives over the course of the year. So students can get 10 credits or total, 5 for Math 141 and 5 for Math 142. We will register to be Edmonds students in October, and then the payment and the course registration will be by November 10th. And the cost is $215 for 5 credits. If they were at Edmonds, that would be about $540 for those 5 credits. If they were at UW, it would be significantly higher. So they are getting a deal, but you do not have to do college credit to be in this class. So that's something to consider. And just so you know, moving forward, students can go on to get credit for Math 151 and 152 if they take AP Calculus, 151 only if they take differential calculus. Math 153 is Calc 3 and Math 146 in AP Stats. So really there's a total of like 30 math credits that students can get here and stay on campus and be Bothell students, which is really kind of nice. Just in general, I just want to share some expectations about how class operates. We are just wrapping up the review Algebra 2 work. So students were assigned summer work that was basically to review Algebra 2 stuff. This is to make sure that students can take the college placement test at Edmonds if necessary. The majority of the students will not need to take that test. They will place in by their grades from last year, but there are some students whose grades warrant a college placement test. And so this is getting ready for that. In general, assignments, I assign work every day. I try and give work in class, work time in class every day. I don't necessarily collect them every day. So it's possible that a student won't get it done. That doesn't mean that their grade's gonna fall apart because of that. However, when the students come in, they immediately start checking their answers with each other. So if they don't have it done, they miss out on the opportunity to make corrections and learn where they're making errors. I do an assignment check every 6 assignments. So every 6 assignments, they'll be asked to copy one particular problem down from that assignment. So it'll say like assignment number 7, copy 22, and they'll copy that down. And the expectation is that they're copying down the correct work and correct answer, whether they did it correctly the first time or they made corrections in class. Ultimately, what I'm assessing on an assignment check is that what they have in their notebook for open note quizzes is correct. Like what they have in their notebook when they're studying is correct. That's what I'm assessing. I expect they're going to make mistakes on their assignments, but I also expect that they're making corrections. And so that's really what I'm assessing. I do only grade 5 out of the 6 because I know that students have sports, students have jobs, students have activities, that sometimes they may not get everything done. And so basically I'm giving them a freebie on every assignment check. And that's total is 20% of the grade. Quizzes are open notes. Because they're open notes, there's no retakes. That's also 20% of the grade. There's 1 or 2 quizzes per unit, and I do pass these back for students to keep and study from. And then unit assessments are at the end of each unit. These are not open note. They represent 60% of the total grade. And retakes are only allowed if all of the work from the unit has been completed. And I use the analogy of like the football team. Like if the football team does not practice, and they go to Moses Lake and they play Moses Lake, we all know what's gonna happen. They're gonna lose the game. And then at the end of the game, they're like, well, we want a rematch. We all know how that's gonna end. They're gonna lose the rematch. So for me, the point of a retake is a student who's done all the preparation work. They're supposed to do well on the test, but for whatever reason, they perform poorly on that assessment. then yes, you deserve a retry to show me that you did do the work and you do know this stuff. Do know that the retake score will be averaged with the original score, because there is some risk in deciding to do that. So just a heads up that that's how that works. And really, I've never done retakes in this course because Edmonds never done retakes, but with the pandemic last year, Edmonds did start doing retakes. And so I said, okay, well, I will follow suit and do retakes for that also. That's what I've got for you guys. That was like really, really fast. But if you have any questions at all, please, please, please reach out. Please check Student View for updated grades. And please, you guys, let this month be a training month, because some of these students, they just made some poor decisions last year and it's catching up with them. We start the book this week, or we have started into the actual curriculum this week. Hopefully your student will settle in and things will start to make sense and the grades will start to come up. So right now, you know, like ask them what they can do to do better, but let this be a training month. Let me get them back in the routine of in-person learning and what that looks like. And hopefully things will start to improve. And if they don't, then by all means, reach out to me and let's figure out how we can help your student do better. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.